Marcus Johnson stood behind the counter of his small soul food restaurant, Mama's Table, staring at the near, empty dining room. Bills were stacked high in his office drawer, the rent was overdue, and he had just enough money left to buy groceries for one more week of meals. The restaurant had been his late mother's dream, and Marcus had promised to keep it alive, no matter how hard things got. But on that cold winter afternoon, hope felt like a luxury he could no longer afford. As he wiped down a table, the front door creaked open. A frail old man shuffled in, his clothes torn, his beard unkempt, his eyes weary from nights on the street. Customers nearby shifted uncomfortably, but Marcus noticed the man wasn't here to beg. He was just looking for warmth. The old man's lips trembled as he whispered, "Sir, I don't have any money. But if you could spare a little food, I'd be grateful." Marcus glanced at the cash register, barely $50 inside. Feeding the man meant giving away what he couldn't replace. Still, he remembered his mama's words, "Son, when you've got a plate of food, you've got something worth sharing." Without hesitation, Marcus nodded. "Sit down, Pops. Let me fix you a plate." He prepared a hot meal, fried chicken, collard greens, cornbread, and a slice of peach cobbler, just like his mama used to make. As he placed the steaming plate in front of the man, Marcus noticed tears in his eyes. "Nobody's treated me this kind in a long time," the man whispered. The two talked as the man ate. His name was Samuel, a former teacher who'd lost his family, his home, and eventually, himself. For the first time in years, someone listened to him, really listened. Marcus didn't rush him out. He offered him coffee, a second helping, and a seat for as long as he wanted. What Marcus didn't know was that Samuel wasn't just any homeless man. He had once been a mentor to one of the city's most successful businessmen, a man who never forgot the teacher who believed in him when no one else did. That very evening, Samuel told his former student about the young restaurant owner who had shown him compassion when the world had turned its back. The next morning, Marcus arrived at Mama's Table, expecting another slow day. Instead, he found a line of people waiting outside. At the front stood a tall man in an expensive coat, holding Samuel's arm. "Are you Marcus?" he asked. Marcus nodded cautiously. The man smiled. "This man saved my life when I was a kid. He told me what you did for him yesterday. Now, it's my turn to return the favor." Before Marcus could respond, the man handed him an envelope. Inside was a check big enough to pay off his debts and expand the restaurant. Tears welled in Marcus's eyes as the man continued, "The world needs more people like you. I want to invest in your dream." From that day forward, Mama's Table transformed. Once nearly empty, it became a community hub filled with laughter, music, and the smell of soul food. People came not just for the meals, but for the spirit of kindness that lingered in every dish. And behind the counter, Marcus never forgot the moment everything changed. The day he chose to give, even when he had nothing to spare.